This Tuesday night we see a record promising streak come to an end and some really close games. My name is Andreas Sashenko and you're watching the KHL Update. We go to Yekaterinburg first, where as of yet undefeated up down the list look to keep their perfect season going as they face Boris. Fiercers opened up the scoring late in the first period. They win a face-off in the offensive end. Darren Dietz shoots from the blue line and then goes in of Patrice Cormier. Dietz improves his point streak to 6 games and Boris lead 1-0. Early in the second period, they make it 2-0 with a goal on a power play. Andre Patterson beats Cormier in front of the net and Cormier scores his second of the night. After Billy sliced that late in half, 4.5 minutes into the third frame, Natural Doss throws the biscuit in the slot and Francisco Reyes scores his 9th of the season. But that's just not enough. Boris protects the 1-goal lead and becomes the first team to beat Upton Billy this season, as he still holds the record for most consecutive wins in KHL as Boris take it 2-1 on the road. We travel to Magnitogorsk now, where Metalurg cross sticks with Salavat Live. Into the first period, we get to see an absolutely gorgeous finish by Alexander Kadekin. He gets in on a breakaway and stuns Vasily Kochkin with a tricky shot. That's a hands-down goal of the week candidate, and it's only Tuesday night. Magnika bring it back to square one late in the period. With just 22 seconds on the clock, Andrei Chivisov beats you and that's a 5-goal for his second of the year. After 40 scoreless minutes, the game goes to overtime and Salavat ended with a beautiful passing play. Lena Sommer could tame a Hardekainen in front of Philip Larsen and he scores his 6th of the season. And Metsala posts another great performance with 47 saves and Salavat Live take it 2-1 in overtime. We make our next stop in Chelyabinsk, where Traktor take on Sibir. Early in the first period, Simeon Kokoyov beats Alexander Rybakov in the slot forehand to backhand, but Danny Taylor rejects it with his pad. A little later, Vitaly Krastov peels away from his defenseman with a really nice move, but he can't bury it on the wraparound. Soon after that, Taylor shines again as he robs Evgeny Lopinkov with a desperation glove save. How did he ever get across in time? Traktor finally gets the 4-1 past him late in the second. Alexander Bergstrom tips it in a second after severe kill off a penalty. The Verst is tied up midway through the third period. Maxim Kazakov redirects Nikolai Demitov's shot for his 3rd of the season. It goes all the way to the shootout. Anton Glimkin, Nick Balin, and Igor Pologalov score for Traktor and they win their first game with Alexei Tarkishny as the head coach. They take it 2-1 in the shootout. We travel to Kazan now for an inter-conference matchup. Agbars defend the ice against Jokerit. We go to Tatneft Arena for the action. The Jesters strike first on this one. With only half a minute remaining on the clock in the opening period, Karl Stollery puts it on net off the boards. There's a series of rebounds, and Stollery buries one of them for his 2nd of the year. Agbars bring it back to square one late in the second period. Justin Azevedo sends a top shelf on the short side from the right circle. Absolute laser beam shot, and it's a tie game after 40. Less than 2 minutes into the third frame, Agbars convert on a power play to pull ahead. Yevgeny Sekich sends it in from the hash marks, while Fosma and Anton Longar register their 2nd assist of the night on the play. But Jokerit turned everything upside down late in regulation. First, John Norman capitalizes on a man advantage with a no-look backhand shot. And just a minute later, Alex Grant goes for a cross-ice pass down low and it goes in off Agbars' defenseman. Agbars failed to find the equalizer in the remaining 2.5 minutes, and Jokerit wins their first game at Tatneft Arena since 2014. 3-2 is your final on this one. And now to Moscow, where Red Army meet Kunlun Red Star. The Dragons have never beaten the Red and Blue. Let's see if it's gonna change tonight as Barry Bruss makes his debut for the Chinese team. They certainly get off to a great start. Bakov 5 into the first. Olipala gets the puck on open ice, tees it up and rips it past Tila Sorokin. Into the period, the Dragons double their lead. Mark-André Granier sets up Taylor back and back, slams it home to convert on a power play. 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. Red Army get on the board 7 minutes into the second frame. Mikhail Grigorenko gives the puck to Kirill Kaprizov, and Kaprizov sends it home from the left dot. But Kunlun restored it to the margin just 5 minutes later. Victor Bartlett fires it from the point and he's right on the money. It's a 3-1 hockey game now. Early in the third period, they improved the lead to 4-1 with another goal on a man advantage. Oliver Bauer, and that's his second of the night and 5th of the year. Red Army fight till the end though. Into through the period, Linden Bay throws it in the slot. Kaprizov must score from the blue pane, but he hits the post. Just after that, Konstantin Akulov snipes it past Rostov, a neat toe drag. Home team are down by 2 again. With 5 minutes remaining on the clock, Nikita Nestor blasted from the point and it's waved off after video review. The play was offside actually. The Red Army pulls the rocking for the extra attacker late in regulation and brings the gap down to 1. Konstantin Akulov was the last player to touch the puck on its way in, but that's as close as they can get. Kunlun hold on to the flimsy lead and beat Red Army for the first time in franchise history. 4-3 is the final. We'll make our next stop in Bratislava, Slovakia, where Slovan face Admiral. The Beasts just established a comfortable 2-goal lead early in the game. First, Alexander Ogolnikov puts it on net from the point and it goes in. And then a few minutes later, the Sailors come down on a power play. Konstantin Gladchev passes to the slot and it goes in off Alexander Mereskin's skate. They reviewed the play but ruled there was no kick in motion. It's a good goal. Slovan get a goal back late in the period. Patrick Bearda makes a wonderful pass to Jeff Tape, and Tape beats Anton Krasotkin 5-0. Into the second frame, Admiral regained the 2-goal lead. Alexander Chernikov has his 4th of the season with a point shot, while Ivan Mishinka draws his 2nd assist of the game. Slovan bring it back to 1-goal differential less than 2 minutes later. Mikhail Sersen sends a bomb past Krasotkin from the point to make it 3-2. 6 minutes into the third period, Slovan get another goal from the defenseman. Eric Jelena scores the 3rd of the season. And just 20 seconds later, Matusz Sukol puts it home on a bit of a chaotic play to give Slovan their first lead of the night. It's the one they're not gonna give up either. Slovan get their 4th consecutive win as they take it 4-3 on home ice. And there's just a few more scores to tell you about. Pavel Dudinov scored a shorty really early in the first, and that goal was the only one in the game between Dynamo Riga and Amor. Nick Simlish and Andrei Alexeyev got a goal and an assist each as Dynamo Moscow beat Dynamo Minsk 3-1 on the road. And finally, Vitas beat Severstal 4-1 on home ice as they scored 4 goals on 6 power play attempts. And that's it for your KHL update, but do come back this Thursday for 9 more games, including Akbar Salavat Live and SKA St. Petersburg versus Dynamo Moscow. My name is Andreas Sachenko, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.